Hi folks, welcome to Indie Games Test Drive. My name is paulsoaresjr. Today is September 15th, 2011, and today I'm going to take a look at a little MMO by the name of Haven and Hearth. Haven and Hearth is currently in an alpha state. It's being developed by a company called Sea Tribe, which is essentially made up of two Swedish students, at least according to the fact on the website, which is, by the way, havenandhearth.com, and I'll put a link to that in the description. Now, despite the fact that Haven and Hearth is in an alpha state, it is perfectly playable. It's free to play as well. Just head over to the website. You will have to create an account to play, and once you do that, you click the play button at the top of the website, and it'll download a launching program. You run that, and the client pops up, which you're looking at right now, and you log in, and you'll see your characters if you have any made up. Now, if you don't have a character already generated, you'll be dropped into the newbie area and you'll have a chance to create a new character. It's kind of a lengthy process. I don't want to go through that right now. I'd rather just show you the game in progress with a character that I've already made up. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Here's my character, PS Junior. I'm going to click on play, and you've got two choices here. You can go back to where you logged out or your Hearthfire. I don't even remember where my Hearthfire is, and I'll explain a little bit about that later, but I'm going to go ahead and click on where you logged out, and here we go. We're in the game. Again, this is an online multiplayer game. I haven't seen more than 2 to maybe 500 players on at any given moment. There's a status on the main page when you first load up the website. It'll show you how many people are in the game. Now, something to be aware of before you get excited about this game is that it is PvP enabled. PvP is player versus player. It's always on as far as I can tell, which means there's going to be a significant amount of griefing in this game. So if you've played any other game that has PvP and you didn't like it, you probably will not like it here. And I'll tell you why you will absolutely hate it if you didn't like PvP in, say, World of Warcraft, where you just, if you get killed, you just res and you're good to go. This has permanent death, so if you're killed, your character's gone for good and you'll have to create a new one. However, don't let that steer you away from this game. There's plenty to like, as far as I can tell anyway, in the short time that I've played, and I haven't even run into any players. Like I said earlier, there may be 300, 400, 500 players on at a time. I don't know how big the world is, but I have yet to run into a single player. And my stuff has been here for several days and it's not been griefed. Nothing's been stolen. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. And if you are, there are apparently societies and organizations and these other towns and villages that you can join. In the beginning of the game, you can choose one if there's one open for you, but you have to be careful. It might be a trap. Anyway, let's take a look at the game, and if that's something you're concerned about, you can go to the forums and get an idea of the type of people that play the game and maybe sign up for a nice town or something before you hop in the game. Okay, so who am I? Where am I? What the heck is going on? I am some sort of survivalist or colonist or settler, and as you can see, there's a little bit of lag sometimes. You'll click on a spot on the map and he'll just turn his little legs and not get there for a few seconds. It is only one game world, as far as I know. So again, the idea is you get dropped off into the middle of this wilderness. It's extremely unforgiving. You don't have much to begin with. You have, I believe, a torch and a little bit of clothing. And if we go here and take a look at our equipment, you start out with this big, beautiful high hat. Now I've crafted the bone saw. So that's something that you're going to have to earn. But you start with pants, clogs, and you absolutely have to have shoes on or you take damage, and a shirt. And that's pretty much it. And the rest of the game is you trying to survive, make your way in the world, and it takes a little bit of time and effort, but there's quite a bit to do, and eventually you can actually lay claim to a certain area on the map, and you can expand that as far as I know. But let's say I wanted to build my settlement right here. When I get a certain skill, I think it's called yeomanry. Where's my skills? Then you can actually lay claim to a piece of land, and I don't have that accessible yet because there's a pretty good sized skill tree. If you check the wiki, you'll see all the different skills, and I don't have that available yet. But when I do, I'll be able to lay claim to a stake stake my claim is what I'm trying to say, and that'll give me a plot of land to build on, and I can protect that from the griefers and the killers and the robbers. Alright, let's head back here. Let me show you some of the things that I've built and how to build and how to gather. This is it's quite the sandbox MMO. There's a lot of crafting. You can build stuff, you can break things down, you can collect resources, and all that good stuff. Now, when you first step foot into the wilderness, one of the first things you're going to want to do is start collecting resources. You're going to build wicker, you're going to craft wicker baskets and a lean-to. I've already created this, a lean-to and a little fir bough bed inside. Fire is also very important because it will get dark. If you look up here, you see this little sun. The sun is high in the sky right now. I think the days are 4 hours in real time, and the sun's going to slowly sink, and then it's going to get dark. And over here we have our health. There's 3 gauges. I don't know what they mean, frankly. I haven't taken any damage in this game yet. Again, I haven't run into any players or anything that can hurt me, so I've been good so far. Stamina. You can lose stamina as you work or run. These little icons here indicate your speed. You can run faster. You can sprint. And when you sprint, your stamina will be reduced. And this is your hunger bar, and it goes down extremely slowly, but you will have to eat food. What the side effect is of not eating, I don't know. I would imagine it's starvation. So that's a consideration. Down here we have our mini-map. As you can see, I'm right along a river, which many veteran players say is a bad thing because you've got griefers that float down the river and look for new settlements, and they kill and grief. So they say you may want to go back a couple of screens worth into the woods before you settle. I took a chance and settled here, and I haven't been touched. Down here we have the hot bar, and I've added a few things. And this side, and these cells, you have a few options here: adventure, and then these expand into new things like travel, build a fire, criminal axe, don't know what that does. You can destroy things, repair things, light a hearth fire, lift, dig, and I put some of those here in my hotbar already just by clicking and dragging them over there. And then you can build, and right now I have these options available based on the skills that I've taken so far. When you first start out, you're only going to have, I believe, containers, and you're not going to have this many choices either. You'll be able to make a wicker basket. I think that's about the only thing starting out. You can build furniture as well. I believe you start with this as a survivor. Don't hold me to that, but you will want to build a lean-to and a spruce bough bed eventually, and I also have a torch post to put a torch in for light. You can build some tools. That's relatively new, and I took carpentry. So there's a bit of crafting, there's a bit of building, and resource gathering. And in fact, let's go do that right now. Why don't we build a let's build a wicker basket. Click on build container, and then you'll click on wicker basket. And the first thing you do is you plop down a place to put your wicker basket. It's not a permanent thing. You can pick this up and move it later. But when you do, what happens is it puts this little sign down, and this becomes a construction site. And it tells you here in this little pop-up what you're building, or crafting, a wicker basket, and it tells you what you need, what the resources required to build this thing. And what we need is 10 branches. Now let's see if I have any branches in my inventory, which is this bag right here. I do. Now what I want to do is shift click and put them into the wicker basket. So now those 2 branches are now part of this construction site. So now I've got 2 in there already. Obviously I need 8 more. And that little sign will stay there. If you don't add any sticks or whatever the resources are required, if you don't put them into that construction site, it goes away. Now to collect things, you just essentially right click, and what I need is more branches. I've taken all the branches off that one already. I'm not sure, but I think branches grow back, because I know I cleared this out one time when I first played about 2 weeks ago, and I came back last night and there were more branches here. So right click, you get this radial dial, and I'm going to take branches, and you get this little hourglass, and it fills up your inventory. If the spots are available, it will. If not, they'll fall to the ground. And as you can see right here, there's a branch in the ground because I'm carrying all this stuff. And I'll come back for that branch. I'll put these in the construction site. Just right click to bring that back up, and shift click. Now the interface and all the clicks and button presses and so forth can be a little confusing and convoluted. You may want to check the wiki for that. There's a list of all the hotkeys. Right clicking on a container will open it, and then to transfer you just shift click, or you can just click and drag. Now I'm going to put my logs in here. Can I fit a log in there? I can put one, but that's it. Do I need a stone? Not really. So as you can see, I've collected a bunch of stuff in my travels. There we go. This birch basket is got plenty of space here. I'm going to throw the feathers in there. I was in the process of moving to a new site that I chose for my settlement, but for demonstration purposes I'm just going to build this right here. Alright, there we go. I guess I should click on it. 3 more sticks. Let's go over here and collect some more from this tree. To move, it's just a left click, and take branches. That ought to do it. That one had a whole bunches. There isn't a lot of sound in the game. There's apparently some music, but when I try to play the music, it crashes. There's a fix for that, by the way, in the forums. I did notice. Alright, let's click on build. Once you have all the required resources, click on build, and it'll take a few seconds depending on what the item is. Some projects take a lot longer than this wicker basket. Again, depends on the size of the structure. And you can build eventually cabins, a drying rack, I think, and some other containers, and I haven't gotten very far yet. So here we go, we're up to 10, and voila, we now have a wicker basket on the ground. Now let's say I want to move that wicker basket. You click on this lift icon, you put it up over your head, and you can carry it. Now you can't sprint, and I do believe your stamina will drop a little faster than normal. And I'm going to bring this to my new location. These ferns seem to grow on their own, because I remember seeing this last night. There's a little structure there that someone built. I don't know what it is, some kind of TP fire or something, but there were no ferns on it last night. And I don't know if we can get rid of ferns. Maybe with a particular skill. Now I had moved, I had chosen a spot up here. Alright, there's my other wicker basket and a birch basket. There's all types of trees. You've got these redwood or something, and then you've got pine trees, and they all give different types of resources. There are apple trees and birch trees. So now to put down, you just left click. I'm sorry, right click. Okay, and here is a container that I put down. I'm going to run a little bit faster. I'm going to throw this stuff in there for now. Alright, let's head back down, and let's go down to this log, and I'll show you how to use this bone saw. Alright, let's first take a look at the skills, which is this button, your face. You have your base attributes. These you increase through eating food, as far as I know. I don't really quite understand the system. I haven't investigated it that that deeply yet, but apparently these will be raised based on your eating habits. So I haven't found much food yet, so I'm still at the base 10. Skill values, you can increase these with learning points. Now you gain learning points by doing something for the first time. When you're crafting certain items, or you're even collecting certain items, you'll gain learning points. And then once you gain these learning points, you can use them to you can spend them on increasing these skill values here, or purchasing new skills. So if you click on the skills over here, these are the available skills to me. These are the ones that I already know. So I've got foraging and hunting, lumberjacking, etc. You start with the bottom 3 here: primitive tools, wilderness survival, oral tradition. So my next thing will probably be either fishing for food, because food is pretty scarce, or cloth making, or maybe both. I think what I'll do right now is, why don't we take fishing, and it shows you here the cost, and again I have something like 500 learning points, so I'm going to go ahead and learn that. And there's some sound. So now I have fishing. So let's take a look at what fishing has done for me. I can craft tools, fishing gear, and now I can make, very nice, I can make a bone hook, feather fly, fishing pole, a plug, and a wood fish. Let me see what it takes to make a fishing pole, because I think I'm going to make one of these. So a fishing pole requires 2 branches. Why don't we go get a couple of branches? We'll just grab them right off this tree. Alright, that's enough branches. Now let's go back to craft, tools, fishing gear, fishing pole, and then craft. Get the hourglass, and this should pop into my inventory. Ooh, I hope I have the space. Where did it go? I bet it's 2 vertical spaces, and I don't see it on the ground. Let's try that again. First, let's drop a nut. That didn't sound right. Alright, nut dropped. Let's try this again. Let's craft another one. I mean, how big can a fishing pole be? There we go. It is 2 vertical cells. So now that I have a fishing pole, why don't we craft some kind of a plug? A pine cone plug. Do I have a pine cone? I have a fir cone. Let's see if... Oh, pine cone plug requires birch bark and a fir cone, which I don't have. So I can go pick some bark, or I can try something else. How about a feather fly? How about a wood fish? I bet I can make a wood fish. 1 whole block of wood? Cripes, how big is it? Alright, I think I've got a piece of wood in here. Okay, no place to put it. Here, let's put some of this away. Alright, let's go craft this. I'm going to make a wood fish. You need to equip a sharp tool. Well, I have a bone saw. Maybe a knife. Let's try to craft a tool. I've got a stone axe. I can make a stone axe, a bucket, or a kuska. A kuksa. Interesting. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. Let's go grab a board. Did I use all my boards? I used all my boards. Put you there. Now to make a bone saw, you need to kill something that has bones. To kill something that has bones, you need hunting. Now I'm going to make boards with this because I have the bone saw in my hands. It gives me those options in the radial dial. And I should be getting some planks now. Unless they can't fit either. It takes a little bit to learn what fits where, the sizes of these things. Here we go. This chicken, because I have hunting, I went out searching for a rabbit, because I know there are rabbits. I didn't find a rabbit, but I did find a couple of chickens. So you basically run them down, you grab it, you put it in your inventory alive, and then what you do is you right-click the chicken while it's alive, and you have an option to wring its neck, which I did. Okay, these are obviously too big to carry. It's just a right-click, and I only need one board for a bucket, so I'll get you down. Let's make a bucket. And I have gained 64 learning points because I have not made a bucket before. Let's take our bucket and let's go to the water and collect water, and I think that'll give me some more learning points as well. Now unfortunately I don't think I can make... Well, let's see. Let's go back to fishing. I guess I can go get some birch. How about a feather fly? I have... Oh, okay, I've got chicken feather. I've got a feather and a block of wood. I can probably make a fly. Let's head back to the lean-to, which was down here, was it not? Interface is a little bit small. There is apparently a third-party interface client, or not interface, but client that you can download, and there's a link to that on the official forums at havenandhearth.com. If you go there, you should be able to locate that. Apparently nobody uses this default one. Everybody uses the other one. Probably worth looking into. Alright, I'm going to have to put the bucket down here so I can craft this thing most likely. Okay, let's go ahead and craft fishing gear and a feather fly. I've got chicken feathers. Only need one actually. And a block of wood, so let's make a fly and do some fishing. There we go. I don't know how to fish, but we're going to go try. Now I would like my bucket back. You can collect water and drink it apparently. There is another way to, there's quite a few ways to learn LPs, and it's something you want to do constantly. There is one thing here that you can do, it's called study. And essentially what you study is something called a curiosity. So let's go back here and build, okay, here we go. Craft curiosity. Cone cow is a curiosity. And as you study these things, what do we need? A fir cone and 4 branches. You put that in your little study area, and it takes a while, but you will eventually gain a bunch of LP, learning points. I don't need that, but I do need the sticks. So I wanted to chop up my chicken here, do a demonstration. So let's do that really quickly. I'm going to put the curiosity in the study area, which according to the veteran players is something you want to do continuously. And as far as I know, now I've already made a cone cow, but I think you can make more than one. I think you can just keep doing the same thing over and over. Alright, I don't have any branches, but you can do this and split it down. So right click a log into branches. And now I can make this guy, a cone cow. We're going to craft the cone cow. There it is. So now we've got a cone cow, and that's a little curiosity. It's quite curious, actually. And we're going to stick it in the study area. And it's using 1 attention limit 10. No idea what that means, I'm sorry. But I think I'm studying it. It's going to take some time to study. I didn't notice this either. This must be the food I've been eating. I've eaten apples, I've eaten nuts, and some chicken. Now, I suppose I could spend some learning points on some of these things, like survival and farming and cooking, but I don't know exactly what they do. Let's see, what does this cost? 200 for survival, I guess. There. So now I'm better at surviving. Frankly, I'd rather just learn new skills. Cloth making, I need to make torches. Oh, something opened up here. Hearth magic is new. So maybe by increasing my survival skill to 2, it opened up a new skill. Plant lore, I know that's part of foraging. Baking. Cookies. I think I'm going to want to do cloth making to make torches. You're going to need fire. Sounds good to me. Now let's see what that opened up. Nothing here. I don't have any more LPs to spend on these. That's why they're red. Let's see if we've opened up any new crafting options. Bone glue. Cups, cutlery. I already had that from carpentry. Cooking, I can roast meat. Alright, let's head back down here. I want to go do some fishing. Oh, there's this thing as well, these personal beliefs, and from what I understand, you want to put in points immediately into peaceful and change, as these will impact your learning ability. So you'll get more learning points when you do things. And you can only do it once every, I think it's 20 hours. I've got like 7 hours to go. So just keep an eye on that and keep bumping that up. Let's head down to the river. Down by the river. Do a little fishing. So I would imagine I'm going to have to put my fishing pole in the water. I mean in my hand. Let's take the bone saw out. Fishing pole in. Voila! Now, I've got the fly here. Let's see, can I put the fly here? If you shift click, it'll go where it's supposed to go, if indeed it goes in your equipment. It doesn't look like it. Now I have a fly. Do I need a hook? I wonder. Right click to fish? No. Perhaps I need to open up my equipment. Right click the fishing pole? No. I have no idea. Adventure? Fish! Haha! You need a fully equipped fishing pole. Alright, well, I can fish from the adventure menu. And I'm going to put that here, so don't forget about that. Alright, my fishing pole isn't complete. Apparently I'm going to need maybe a hook. And maybe get the fly on the hook. A bone hook. I need more bones. I'm all out of bones. But I look good with that fishing pole. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, let's head back over here. We'll chop up my chicken. Let's butcher the chicken. So I've got a dead chicken here. I'm going to right click. I'm going to butcher. And that gives me a bone and some raw meat. And now maybe I can make that hook. Let's go make that hook. Whoops. Bone hook. Easy enough. Now I'm not sure where exactly I'm going to have to put this hook. It seems to me just having it in inventory isn't going to cut the mustard. Here, here. Maybe. Let's try it. It's there. Or maybe I have additional crafting options. Well, we'll have to fool around with that. Tell you what, let's go back to the inventory. I want to cook this meat. This I know how to do because I've done it. So what we want to do now is build a fire. But not that fire. That's a hearth fire. We want to build a fire like so. Now I'm going to need some sticks. 5 sticks. I only have 1 on me, so I need to collect 4 more. And we'll be able to cook on this. Get closer. See, now that fern is in the way. It's kind of annoying. Now what happened to all my sticks? I may have to go collect a few more sticks if I don't have any here. I don't have any. You can remove these stumps and get quite a bit of wood, actually. It takes a long time, though. And you need an axe. Now, I did build my axe. You need 1 piece of chip, rock chip, or stone chip, and some wood for that. And there's rocks all over the place. Alright, let's put 1, 2, 3, 4 more and build my fire. Now that built the actual fire lay. You right click on it, you light the fire. This will create light at night too, so it's important to know how to make a fire and to have wood available and even torches at night. Otherwise you will be in the dark. Alright, now let's cook. Cookie. Cooking roasted meat. Yeah. Am I not close enough to my fire? There we go. Chicken goes on the spit. So, as you can see, there's quite a few things you can do with regard to crafting. Skilling up, you'll find all kinds of new things. Now this quality, if you look after the name of the item I'm pointing to, everything has a quality, and apparently these skills will dictate when you craft. These skills here will dictate the quality of your crafting, etc. Like if you're going to smith things or build things with your carpentry skill, the higher this is, the better quality. I'm not sure exactly what quality does for you in the long run. I do think things decay over time, like these baskets and lean-tos. I'm not totally positive about that, but things will break down and they'll have to be repaired or replaced, and your skill will dictate the quality. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. All right, let's see if I can fish now. Fish. You need a fully equipped fishing pole. So I'm still not fully equipping my fishing pole here. Now I wonder if... Stop that. If I drop this on it? No. Right click does not seem to do anything. Maybe I craft. I can craft the gear, but it doesn't look like... I don't know. I'm going to have to check the wiki for that. I don't want to waste a lot of time there. So let's head back to the lean-to. I'm going to put some of this stuff away. I'm going to eat because it looks like I'm a little hungry. So you right click to eat. Choose eat. Nom nom. And your chicken really fills that bar quite nicely. There's some other stuff that doesn't, like apples. So the most effective food that I found is chicken meat. Alright, I'm going to put the fishing stuff in there because I don't know how to fish. Alright, let's put this away. Do I have any space here? I don't have any space for my fishing pole. Oh, I wanted to collect water, didn't I? Let's go collect water. We'll get a few more learning points for that. Put the bone saw in my hand. I did want to talk about Sea Tribe and another game they're working on, and it's how I found Haven and Hearth, actually. A game called Salem that they're working on. In fact, Total Biscuit on YouTube just did a WTF is. He's got a series called WTF, and he looks at various games. And he was at, I think it was PAX recently, and the Sea Tribe guys were there, at least one of them anyway. And he interviewed, and they were showing Salem, which is probably somewhat of an evolution of this game, but obviously the graphics and everything's been updated quite a bit. But it's going to feature permanent death. It's about the town Salem, and you start there, and it's going to be an MMO, or it is an MMO. It's not quite finished yet, but I know they're working on it. And that's how I found Haven and Hearth. But it's worth to keep an eye out for Salem. Hey, this is new. Now I did take foraging recently. So how do I get this? I can dig probably, huh? Do I have a dig? This looks like a dig. Whew, nice. What did I get? Dirt? I did. I got soil. I'm getting soiled. I got a lot of soil. So that's the first time I've dug. I was trying to get the flour, but I got dirt. Got a lot of dirt. Too much dirt. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop with the dirt. Stop with the dirt. Not sure what I can do with dirt, but I don't want it to take up my inventory. I think I was coming down here for the bucket, wasn't I? Oh gosh. Did I just... I think I just threw the bucket in the water. That's not at all what I wanted to do. I wanted to fill it up. Alright, don't throw things in the water if you don't want to lose it. Alright, here we have apple tree. I'm going to go get an apple. Simply by getting close and right-clicking and pick an apple. Alright, it's quality 10. Nom nom. I don't think I need the core. There's a bunch of birch trees over here too. So, this is pretty much it. This is Haven and Hearth. There's quite a bit more to do, actually. I shouldn't say this is it. This is just the beginning. Oh shucks, I can't get bark off this one. As I said earlier, you will be able to eventually build up a settlement of your own. What does this guy have? Seedlings. Take bough. You can choose a place to live, claim a piece of land, build a cabin on it. In fact, let me show you. I can build construction buildings. I can do log cabins, timber houses, and you can choose where you want that to go. I don't have the resources for this, but I can at least take a look to see what it's going to take to build. I'm going to need 100 blocks of wood, 50 boards, and 50 of any type of bough. So it's going to take some time, and I imagine it takes a long time to build that structure too, once you put it down and you start the building process. But I do need yeomanry. I always click the wrong icons here, which I'm not sure how to get. I'm going to have to look that up in the wiki because I do want to get that. Veteran players say get yeomanry as quickly as possible and stake your claim and then protect it. And you need that to do so. You can put walls around it, apparently, palisades or stone walls maybe, and you can lock your stuff down. Swimming costs 500. I want swimming. I want to get across that water. Alright, let's see if there's someone's already been here. It's probably me. I was looking for some birch wood. Birch bark, anyway. Nope. None. Nada. So if this is something that you're interested in, if you like a survival game, you like living on the edge, again, it's permanent death, there's griefing. I don't know how much of it goes on. I've played for a few hours and I haven't met a single player yet. You can, of course, join another village if you so desire. So check out the forums and head over there, and you can see if there's some people there that may be looking for new players to help. Okay, here's an anthill. Apparently I can raid that thing for food or something. I don't think I want to do that because I know they attack. And I'm not really sure how to do combat yet. So you do have combat options, maneuvers and shooting. I haven't fought anything yet other than a chicken, and he was just fairly easy to kill. I just picked him up and then wrung his neck. Potions and herbs. I picked this up along the way with a skill. Curiosities. I have not made a primitive doll yet. Let's make a primitive doll. I need a bone saw, stone axe, and a log. Oh, I think I can do that. But first, I can't even lay these logs down in here, can I? A cabinet is something that you want to build early on to store some of this stuff. Let's see, a bone saw. I have an axe. I think I've got everything here. Let's make this guy. I do not have the ingredients. I've got a stone axe. Maybe that has to go in my hand. I've got a block of wood. Oh, that's a regular saw. I'm sorry. Maybe I need... Oh, I did it again. Okay, this is a bone saw. Looks like I need a metal saw for that one. Alright, well, so much for that idea. Okay, this video is getting a little bit longer than I had intended. So let's just take a quick look at the curiosity, see if that's done. And it is, and that must have given me some LP, and it has. Let's go to skills and see what's available. The will to power, stone working. Gives you the ability to carve various objects out of boulders. Pottery sounds good. Plant lore, text has not been put in yet. Let's see. Oh, there is magic, yes. Baking. Indeed. I guess I'll go with stone working. It's good to make things out of stone, is it not? I'll go ahead and learn stone working. Anything else open up? Masonry. Masonry. That's good. Mining. Sounds good. Oh, I wanted swimming. That's expensive. I'm enjoying the game quite a bit. This is right up my alley. I enjoy these surviving games. Online elements with griefers and so forth just adds just a little bit of tension that I enjoy too. So my guess is I'll be playing a little bit more of this on and off. And if you want me to do, if you guys are interested in a tutorial series, if you want me to spend a little more time and maybe do how to get started in this game, then I will certainly do that. You know, maybe make 2 or 3 quick tutorials on how to get off the ground, how to survive the first few days or whatever. Otherwise, I would say go give it a try. It's free, which means there should be nothing stopping you from trying it. And if you do, then I would recommend checking out the forums and seeing if there's a society to join. Just don't fall into a trap of some kind of a griefer society where they, you log in and they slaughter you and take your stuff, which wouldn't make sense since you wouldn't have much more than a torch. But you never know with griefers. So anyway, I think I'm going to cut this video here and now. Once again, check out Haven and Hearth by Sea Tribe, and while you're there at havenandhearth.com, you may want to check out Salem as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.